Program activated.
Attention everyone, the unpleasant noise you are about to hear coming from your radio is not a mistake.
Okay, first things first, what is your name?
This is Big Sonny playing the best of the 90s and beyond.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Radio in motion.
Please do not turn off your radio, but turn up the volume on your receiver as high as it can go.
All right, here we go.
Radio in motion.
Michael Jackson, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Before that, Elton John, Philadelphia Freedom, and So Into You by Atlanta Rhythm Section. What do they all have in common? Well, they all have that very vinyl sound, especially with Michael Jackson. You know, some of those songs are just amazing to listen to with headphones on. And back in the day, like I said, it was about putting an album on and hearing that crackle of the needle, and all of a sudden the sound, the wall of sound hits your ears, and especially in stereo. I think that effect isn't used a lot these days. I feel like music's just coming out of the grinder. It's just coming out of the computer and a lot of samples. Again, I'm just trying to go back to a time when so much was put into the sound. And speaking of great albums, that's not from Thriller, but Thriller is still that album, if you listen to it all the way through, and that's how it's meant to be listened to. I mean, that's still the biggest selling album in the world, 70 million sales worldwide. And, again, it's one of those albums that was meant to be listened to in one go, as it was intended. But speaking of music, as you know, I'm always very passionate about music, all genres of music, and I'm especially always passionate about hearing new artists and new sounds and something new on the scene. And this one, though, I'm not sure what to think about this one, and we're going to talk about it, and I'm curious what you all think. So there's a video I came across on YouTube, and it's from a kid who's, they say he's 9, but I think he's more erring on the age of 6. So let's say he's between 6 and 9. He's pretty young. His name's Lil RT. So, feel free to look that up if you want. Check him out on YouTube. Lil RT, and the song is 60 Miles. Now, I can't play a clip because, frankly, the song lyrics are a little bit saucy. And as an adult, I can't even play them. I'll get canceled. And if this was on YouTube, I'd get taken down if it were on YouTube. So my question is, what's too much when it comes to someone really young singing a song like this? So before I get too deep, I'll give you some of the lyrics, and I'll bleep them out as I read them. And no, it's not that I'm overly sensitive. I swear like a trooper, but I'm an adult. And no, it's not that I don't recognize this is a rap song. It's not that I don't recognize rap songs, and that's what they're about. I've been listening to those for a long time, and that's the sound from the adult. You know what I mean? This is a kid. So here's some of the lyrics, and I'll let you ponder that. So remember, he's 9. Let's say younger, I think. If she ain't sucking my bleep, little B, I'll let you infer what B is. You can get the F out my SHIT. Now, I've had to sweeten that up because, again, I don't want to say those things on the air, but he's singing this in a rap song, and he's only 9. Hit him with my Glock, take an effer down, 100 rounds. We in that kill, 12 get behind me. 12 is slang for cops, by the way. Bet you didn't know that. In my day it was 5-0, I don't know, but now it's 12. We're going to do 60 effing miles. So, now again, listen to the clip if you want, and just understand that, much like Whitney Houston, I do believe children are the future. It's not just a cheesy thing. Everything that we instill in kids is exactly what they're going to make the next generation of. And, this kid is, it's not his fault at all. He's only going to do what the adults are doing around him. And his mom's promoting that and stuff. And so here's the thing, and I'm happy to play devil's advocate. Your immediate reaction is, what, the kid's talented, he's awesome. I mean that's how it starts. What are you going to do? What do you want to quash that kind of thing and that talent coming from a kid? No, not at all. I'm a huge 90s hip-hop and rap fan, and I'll play songs from Criss Cross, and they were pre-teens. They were a little bit older, but even if they had any sort of innuendo in their songs, they were pretty tame. And those songs, I think they fit better to hearing it from knowing the age of the person singing it. You know what I mean? So, and no, it's not because I don't understand rap culture. Whether you're rap culture or rock and roll culture or country, so, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I don't think a 9-year-old needs to do that. Country songs, they're all out honky-tonking and going and drinking and getting girls. Probably not what you're doing at age 9, I don't know. And rap, the same thing. Of course I know what rap songs are about. And, if you're an adult and you want to talk like that about women, or you want to talk about shooting cops, that's your thing. Go for it. If you make an empire out of it and you're a millionaire, go for it. That's also cool. I'm of the mentality of live and let live. I literally don't care what you do, as long as you're not hurting someone or trying to persuade someone else to hurt someone. And do what you want as an adult. But again, this kid's 9 and possibly younger, 9 at best. So, okay, so the mom's trying to promote him and stuff from the family. I get that. There's nothing wrong with that. Go for it. But I guess when do kids get to be kids? When do they just have a time of innocence and can sing any other kind of song? And again, the other thing is he was hanging around maybe the group, they were just freestyling rapping, and he's going to do that. I get it. That's also fine too. I've got grandkids. When they swear, it's hilarious. But that's, in your living room, a kid says shit, it's funny. All right, I get that. But this is not just the kid having the occasional swear word. I'm not a prude, it's not about the swearing. It's about the intent of a 9-year-old saying, about these things that he's going to do to a woman. I take it, a grown woman or another girl. It's just a bit much for a 9-year-old. And there's a video where he's holding up money and stuff and talking about shooting cops. I dare say, I just don't think that's the best road for him to start going down. Call me crazy. I don't think he's on the best start if he already thinks that that's the cool thing to do. Again, if you want to be very antisocial, do that when you're older. And there's even a lot of rap songs that aren't just built on that one premise, that it's about degrading women and cops and getting fat cash. That's very stereotypical. It's about the age. You know what I mean? Could have sang any other song. And again, this is just a bit of a systemic thing all around that's happening today, I think, with kids in general. They're too involved with too much too soon. I always wanted to be in the adult conversation. I probably was now and again. But, I don't want to be that guy that goes, children should be seen and not heard. I'm just saying, if the kid's 7 or something and he's out there getting that influence from whatever the adults are doing, isn't it up to the parents to decide, well, all right, that's enough. Maybe, go back to the room. The adults are going to do their adult thing now. And definitely probably don't try to promote it on YouTube and Instagram, so that, this is the road that he's going to go down. Again, maybe I'm just being too harsh, but, again, I'd love to see him sing something else. The actual song and the way he's rapping it and the lyrics, it's just the lyrics are a bit problematic. The kid is awesome. I mean, have him come up with something better. Come up with something more age appropriate. I don't think 9-year-olds are out on the playground talking like that to, hey, BITCH. I don't think they talk like that, and they shouldn't, because you should start them at least, on the right and respectful path. And then if down the line they decide to do that, that's on them. When you're 18 and over, that's on you. You are on your own, buddy. It's your own life. But with kids, I really think we should just, set them on the right path and let them be innocent for a while. There's this mentality lately too, where a lot of parents, they treat their kids like they're little adults. Oh, they're just tiny adults like us. They're not. At age 7 and 8 and 9, or younger, they're wild animals still, and they can easily be wild animals. Adults can revert to being crazy wild animals, and once in a while, they do have to learn the word no, just like any wild animal does. That's who we are. You leave a bunch of kids on an island, you end up with Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Fries is a great place in Melbourne. They sell fries. I highly recommend. Ding. But Lord of the Flies, we all revert to that primal lizard brain and we start to just become animals. It's about survival. Well, we live in a society, folks, do we not? So why not at least, try to set some boundaries for your kid, because one day it might even save their life. It's not so much about, no, you can't have that toy. It's about they're about to cross the street and get hit by a car and you say, no, I think they should listen. And they should have boundaries. So the whole parents will say, oh, we never want to say no. It's always yes. Give them whatever they want. Yes, lavish them with love. That's a given. But you do have to teach them how the world works. So, again, that's getting a bit deep into, how I think, you end up raising a generation with no boundaries. And then they end up with no respect for the parents. So why would they have respect for anyone else? Why would they have respect for a woman or a friend or their teacher or a cop? On and on and on. A job. I'm just saying, it's a pretty logical domino effect. This isn't new. This has been going on for centuries. Parents, kids. Parents teach the kids the right things to do. Once they're an adult, they're on their own. The other thing is, and this is a bit sad, you're thinking, all right, well, how does he have time for all this? Doesn't he go to school? I used to go to school. I didn't have time for a rap career. Not to mention I wasn't talented. But the thing is there was another video of him pulling out a piece of paper from the garbage or something, and he holds it up, and he goes, I'm only 9, I can't read that. And then there's all people laughing in the background. Again, I get it. Today everything is about clickbait. I'm not naive. Anything that, just like I'm talking about it now, well, that's clickbait for him. But again, if he has parents at all, I just feel like, they should just stop and think. I think that's a bit sad that a 9-year-old can't read a couple words on a piece of paper. That's like 4th grade, folks. I'm going to be honest. By then, the kids should be reading full books. Those kind of kids usually are reading like Harry Potter. I'm just being honest. And again, I'm sad for him to say, why don't you give him all the tools he can to arm himself against the world? Because I'm going to tell you what, the world's not an easy place. It's going to kick your butt. And the best thing you can arm it with to defend yourself is your mind. And that's a fact. And if you don't have those tools, if you don't have that experience, usually from your parents and the teachers, if you trust them, parents can be teachers too. But one of the simplest things that we're missing these days, especially in America, reading, writing, and arithmetic. I mean, just the basics, and learning about history. There's so many kids, they couldn't name 50 states, let alone know there are 50 states in America. But yeah, to say that it's kind of funny that he can't read. By that age, he should be reading full chapters in books. So again, maybe this is too harsh, but I'm also a big believer in that parents should balance that fine line between supporting their kids and exploiting their kids. I'm just saying, and hey, it's a tough gig, especially today when, you can be a Twitter star for the strangest stuff. TikTok and Instagram and sadly, and I've seen this before, I feel like the mentality is to just do something and get rich quick. It seems to be the get rich quick sort of scheme now. It used to be Andy Warhol. Everyone's going to get, their 15 minutes of fame. I don't think there's enough time. I think everyone's 5 minutes, and it's just more people now because everyone's going to get their piece. that doesn't always last. If you're selling your beauty, that doesn't last. If you're selling anything else about your body, yeah, that doesn't last. I'm just saying that's for a lot of women who go on and maybe they're on OnlyFans and hey, maybe they paid for college doing that. Whatever, can't knock them. Good on you. But for especially a young boy, I think it just would be better to send him down a better road. So anyway, Lil RT, he's trying, but I don't think he's getting the right influence from the people around him. But anyway, that's my thoughts, and that's the ugly truth. What can I say? The truth is out there, and it'll set you free, but sometimes it is ugly. But coming up next, some more great tunes from our very vinyl episode of Radio Motion. Hope you're enjoying. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.